Cosmo Macero of O'Neill & Associates, Peter Kadgis of the Boston Phoenix. It is heavy hitter time, and it's the week before St. Patrick's Day, gentlemen. You know what that means. I'll expect a political joke from both of you at the end of this segment.
I'll think something up in the next couple of minutes.
I remember yours from last year, so I'm expecting you to make up for what you pulled. First things first question, either of you been to Jamaica before?
I haven't had the pleasure.
Well, the governor has, and the question is this. Number one, should he be taking a vacation at this particular time in the Commonwealth's history? And number two, how do you feel about the fact that we're footing the bill for his security to be down in Jamaica?
You mean he hasn't been on vacation for a while? I'm not sure you can notice. As far as footing the bill, every governor has...
That's a good start on the jokes, Cosmo. You could start with that on Sunday at the breakfast. That wasn't bad.
Every governor has a security detail. I don't have a problem with that. It's just the way it is. It is reminiscent of a big piece of policy he had about a year ago when he was conspicuously absent during debate over the casino legislation, and now some stuff that he's put forth appears to be going down on Beacon Hill with regard to some revenue enhancements, and he's missing in action.
Taxes, I think, is another way to put it, Cosmo.
I'm being reprogrammed.
Revenue enhancement, yeah, thanks. I don't have too much of that going on in my private life.
Yeah.
Is this a case of Duval fiddling while Rome burns, Peter? I mean, we're told this is a humongous crisis, unprecedented in the state's history, and he's off to Jamaica.
Well, no one's ever going to accuse the governor of having good timing.
Or doing heavy lifting, so it seems.
I don't think it makes that much difference. I mean, first of all, the papers that are making a big deal about this are saying, well, his tax on alcohol, candy, and sugar drinks is in danger of going down. It was a bad idea to begin with.
I think we were all in favor of getting rid of the candy and soda tax, gentlemen, were we not?
It wasn't a very good idea to begin with. I think the gasoline tax and the toll issue will still be here when he gets back.
Is there a case of, we thought all along the reason why he was somewhat ineffective in his first couple of years was because of DeMacy, and Sal wanted everyone to know he's in charge. Now that DeMacy's gone, it sort of looks like more of the same, which is that Duval's not fighting that much for this stuff.
Well, Duval may not be fighting that much, but I don't know. I think the governor of Massachusetts is sort of like the Queen of England. He or she's a figurehead. It's the Speaker of the House and the Senate President run the show.
Is it a case of the people that are more impressed with the governor of Massachusetts are people in Jamaica versus people in Massachusetts?
I don't know. I do think the dynamic ought to be different now that you've got DeLeo as Speaker. But so far, things don't look very different from the governor's perspective.
Why do you build the Taj Duval out in Richmond if you're going to vacation in Jamaica, by the way? I thought that was the vacation home.
Because it's still freezing.
Doesn't like the winter weather out there, apparently?
Mud season.
Let's talk about the economy on a national level. Warren Buffett yesterday, the guy who Barack mentioned on all the debates was going to be one of his big advisors, says not only are we staring over the cliff of economic doom, we've gone over the cliff, actually said we're in an economic Pearl Harbor right now. Yeah. Cosmo, you've been a business guy for a lot of years in this town. What do you make when Warren Buffett's issuing these kind of bombs?
The guy's got enough money to start his own planet, right? And he basically says the rest, we're all screwed. You know what? It's time to be pessimistic. That's just me. I'm funny that way. And his single most important piece of advice, don't spend any money.
Which is ironic because Barack told us earlier in the week, please keep spending money.
Yeah. I mean, it's good advice. It doesn't provide the stimulus that the federal government wants. But the scary part here is nobody, including him, has an answer. Nobody has an answer right now.
Did Barack seem to tell John McCain several times over that Warren Buffett's with me, he's my guy, I'm going to use him. Now Buffett's issuing comments that Barack can't be happy. These aren't useful if you're Barack. What's going on here, Peter?
Well, what's going on is the economic crisis is moving more quickly than Washington can. Listen, to try to make something positive out of what Buffett said is people in Washington should listen and listen hard. The stimulus package we have out there is not enough, and there are much more radical measures. Look, you have conservative people, conservative publications like The Economist calling for, the nationalization of shaky banks. There are a lot of very technical and important things that need to be done, and the government's not reacting quickly enough.
Quickly, on an issue closer to home, the Boston City Council today talking about cracking down on aggressive panhandling, speaking of the bad economy. Is this what they should be doing right now?
Panhandling is ultimately an issue of free speech, not really public safety. It's true these guys get in traffic and it can get kind of dicey and mostly annoying. I don't think it's a big issue to be focused on right now.
Hey, listen, panhandling's the only growth sector of the economy at the moment. Look, this just
Bring
shows...
that to the breakfast on Sunday.
There you go.
Can that count as my joke?
That could work, actually. Pretty good.
Listen, if ever there was a walking advertisement for the abolition of the Boston City Council, it's sort of a bonehead, waste your time maneuver like that. Bad idea at a bad time. What are they going to do during the Depression? Ban the selling of apples at street
Soup
corners?
kitchens, exactly.
No soup kitchens. They create social clutter.
All right, gentlemen. We got St. Patrick's Day breakfast on Sunday. We're all in agreement this thing's outdated, so it's long past lived its usefulness. Nonetheless, it's here. Politicians go there, and they all try and crack wise. They all fall flat in their face, and then we rip them all on Monday for being unfunny. I've given you two an assignment. Give me one joke, one thing that a politician should say at this thing to garner a laugh. Cosmo?
Mitt Romneys selling his house in Belmont. He had a yard sale over the weekend. I was over there. Pretty good stuff. Had the presidential campaigning for dummies. Not a bad little book. Got the Pat Boone CD collection. Not bad. And I got a new lawnmower. The manual's in Spanish, though.
You saved it at the end, actually. That is not bad. You were nervous as hell delivering it, but that's not bad, Cosmo. You know what? I'll give you a tepid round of applause on that.
I don't know. I think Deval Patrick's taking his Obama worship a little far. We've all heard how the president's put a jungle gym on the White House lawn. Well, Obama, oh my God, I'm just blowing this. Get the hook. It's over.
Cosmo, what else you got at the yard sale?
Get the hook. Get the hook.
Mitska, he had a case of those Ron Paul Revolution T-shirts too. So it's a good item. It's a good item.